Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody today? Hope you're all doing well. I hope you all have a decent weekend lined up. Welcome back to what is obviously Warframe, where today's main task is literally, as the title says, get 20 headshots on a Void Angel. Which should be interesting, because I got to do it twice, with quite different weapons. However, we're going to start off with something a little bit more. I'm not sure quite what the word is. Enlightening? Charming? It is time for the Drifter's date with Marie Leroux.
Or something else?
I'm sure most of you have seen this. Apparently I've been on 2 dates with her. I got the screenshots to prove it, so to speak. Oh, this is the same. I think it's the same video every time. You know, that armor seems a bit spiky for this kind of thing. Right.
Go before the others tease us, my wolf.
The indifference. Well, no god is an enemy to be understood like any other.
Right. Let's go blow a Void Angel's head off. Yeah. Because I think I want to do this with the Gauss. And for that, I'm going to need to swap out 4. Let's go with the Felarx first. Should be easier. Latum, Inodum, make sure I've got the right configuration for that. I think that's the one I want. Is it? Yes, it's the only one I've got. And the Inodum. And that is the one I want. So, here's the thing. Oops, I should have shown you. Yeah. In order to achieve Evolution 3 on this weapon, I need 20 headshots on a Void Angel with primary fire without reloading. To which end, I'm actually going with this, I think. Yeah, this one. The idea being maximize fire rate, multi-shot and magazine, and hopefully just hold on the Angel's head and open fire. Cross fingers. Don't care about damage so much, because if I get the achievement, then we're back to normal. But the reason I want to do it with the Gauss is because it means the Warframe is going to be not flying, and Titania is not very survivable in most of my configurations, or 2 out of 3 of them, when she's on the ground, whereas the Gauss is very survivable on the ground. So
Otis finds it odd that
let's be about this.
a few years to live, yet spend most
You've never been part of my fan community, as I recall, but you're welcome to go to my Discord and introduce yourself. You prove me wrong. So, Now, here's the thing. I probably want to do this solo. Unless some of my friends and colleagues are here. Not part of my usual. Although I think I've done missions with all of them. I think all my friends, with the exception of my son, are actually subscribed. It's nice of them. So I think I'm going to do this solo. Give me a little bit of time to get things done in my own way. So what we're going to do is head to the Zariman. And I think it is the Halico perimeter, which is a nice simple exterminate. Cross fingers this works. Right, and here we go.
Grenier clones, half rotten already. Wipe them out.
So my basic plan here is do the extermination and then go find the Void Angel. What's shooting at me? Oh, you are.
So long as they keep coming, you keep killing.
Oh, thank you, Phoebe. How come you haven't turned me invisible yet? Rather amusingly, everyone's dying too quickly for me to get into Incarnon mode. Which isn't really that important, to be honest. At least not at this point. What does this one do? I'm not using secondary weapons. Oh. Phoebe doing her thing there. Yep, everything's... Oh no, I got to ×2. I need ×3 for this thing to work. Technically it's supposed to be ×5, but one of the modifications to this is making it only ×3. Didn't mean to do that. How did I get down here? Ah, there. The thing I've generally found is if you're not getting into Incarnon mode with this particular weapon, it probably doesn't matter and you don't need it. Or it's insufficiently busy. Can you use a Tauron strike in the void against a void angel? I think anytime you manage to do 101,000 damage on a weapon on an enemy with a short sword, you're probably doing alright. Oops. Okay.
Nice.
So the reason I'm doing this solo is so that I can now indulge myself and punch around. Right. Let's see. Has anybody seen a Void Angel lately? Okay. I've been here. Blade's too short and the range is too short. I don't normally worry too much about the range on a weapon, on the grounds that, at least a handheld weapon, on the grounds that my tactic tends to be get in very, very close and then hit it a lot.
Current unusual conditions.
Oh, there's a bunch over here. Where are they? Apparently they're behind the glass. Nope. Don't want to do that. My understanding is that there is always a Void Angel somewhere.
Student, your assignment is overdue. Based on prescribed deductions, your grade is...
Really ought to be doing is looking for other treasures. Can't remember what they're called, but like I say, this is all about finding a Void Angel. Well, it doesn't look like that way's going to do me any good.
By the glory and wisdom of the Seven, if you put your mind...
Oops.
Are you?
That's normally the kind of place I would check out, but... Aha. That's what we're after. This is going to be interesting. I have got the right gun.
Was a dormant void angel. Now, it's not dormant anymore.
Here we go.
The angel's trying to retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop it. You can't hurt it while those dimensional orbs are out. Use your void body to absorb them.
That was surprisingly easy. And this wasn't.
Now it'll stay. Yes! It won't be shrugging that off.
Right. That worked. In case you didn't notice, I did try using a Tauron strike in the void, and it didn't work. Well, that's one done. That was surprisingly straightforward. Yay. Go me. Alright, let's go have a quick chat with...
Let's hear your requirements. Okay, bring it to life.
Evolve the Felarx. Do I want... Reload toggle? No, I don't want that. 50% magazine reloaded when holstered. Oh, grief. None of these are immediately... Reload increases. Is that 50% magazines reloaded when holstered? Reload toggles between... Jeez. Yeah, that's a significant punch through. Alright, so that's that one. Closed. Okay, closing 0 out of 12 vultures. How do you close a vulture? Yeah. Closing 12 ruptures in a void flood's actually quite straightforward. Done that before. This is the... that was the hard one.
Feeling creative?
Right. What have I got to do with these ground finisher attacks? Okay, that's not so hard.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Ruvox. Okay. That's actually harder, but alright, that's straightforward. Praedos doesn't need it. Phenmor is the next one. This is the next one. I have to do 20 headshots and avoid Angel with primary. This is going to be harder because the other one was a shotgun. And as you can see, it just went bingo immediately. This could be a little harder, but we'll try that. And this is maxed up, that's maxed up. This one I'm working on. And this one actually is worth working on. Yeah, ground finisher. Ground finish is a little harder, but at least I don't have to do it in a single mission. Okay.
If you die, I got dibs on your stuff.
Where's navigation? Oh. Right, that was straightforward. So, back to the arsenal. Go swap out the Felarx for the Phenmor. Can't spell. This one. Yeah, you can see. And which configuration is it I'm after?
Myself.
It is in fact... No. That one. Same basic idea. Make sure you've got a nice big magazine. Why don't I have multi-shot on this? Please tell me multi-shot works on this. How come? Okay, better. All right. Don't really need that. Let's see if I can... Oh grief, it's only 14.
Operator, Ordis is sorry. Happy to report that all my good jokes are gone.
Not sure if that's really going to help. I do want the fire rate, though. And I do want the magazine. I might admit, it says multi-shots on. I don't know what the result of that is. Have I got a way of sticking... If I stick vigilante armaments on there instead, that would work. Normally I would have amalgam serration, don't forget. The whole point of this is just to get that achievement, and then I'll be switching to something else. So I'm not really concerned about anything else. We'll stick Firestorm on. Nope. Hammer shot. Yeah, I don't care about multi. I don't care about that. Yeah, let's grab whatever damage I can get, just seeing as I'm at it. Unless, hang on, have they got... they don't. Ooh. That might be worth having. Although I'm going to be at very close range, so I imagine it's not going to make that much difference. No, let's go for damage. And that is a... Hang on a second. I am kind of... That's kind of weird. Okay. Thought I had that on already. Okay, so that should give me a lot of room for maneuver. Let's see, can I kick the fire rate up without critical? Nope. Speed trigger. Yes, we'll have speed trigger. On the grounds that I might not have very much time, so the more rounds I can get on target as fast as possible, the happier I'm going to be. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There's our configuration for this. Right, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to take a quick break. Go piddle, and then we'll try this. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, and I am, as you may astutely observe, back. Sorry about that. In any case, I have a bladder that is over 60 years old. It's not as elastic as it used to be. Plus, after my afternoon nap, I tend to drink an energy drink, so I'm awake for the 3 hours or so that I'm going to be doing this. So, we have our Phenmor, we have the fire rate, the magazine, blah blah blah. Let's go do that again. I might actually, depending on how this goes, spend this stream just ranking up Incarnon weapons. Alright, Halico perimeter solo. Here we go. Oh, actually, let's just see whether
As she wipes the sleep from her eyes,
anybody.
does the Unum ever leave that tower? Can she leave that tower?
Nope.
What is she?
Don't know any of them well enough to say, hey, do you want to have some fun?
Come on, sweet things.
Okay, right. Where were we? Halico perimeter. Yep. One quick exterminate. It's funny how you advance through the game. I remember when doing levels, this kind of level, which is 55 to 60. It was quite nerve-wracking. It took me a while to realize, no, you can actually survive these.
Grenier only understand violence. Show them they don't belong in our home.
Wow, Phoebe, you just tore that poor Grenier in half. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Don't let your weapons cool down! Lots more fighting to do!
Oh, I hate that guy. Where are you going, Phoebe? I know they nerfed slam attacks, but they still work quite well. Completely overkill. Hopefully I only have to do this once more. Getting better at swapping between operator mode. Can be very useful.
Dig! The blessed overlords may gaze upon you favorably.
There's one more around here somewhere. Oh, there you are. Hidden in a corner. As anybody who's watched me will know, I actually have quite a bit of sympathy for the Grenier, mostly because of Carl 175, who is one of my favourite characters in the game. Because whatever you might think about the Grenier, Carl 175 makes it fairly clear they're not actually stupid. Come here, you. Where'd you go? And Carl has shown a lot of solid traits. He's loyal to his own. He's innovative. He has a distinct sense of humor, I think. think I used to make jokes about Rufus as my first Kubrow actually doing more damage than I did. Not quite sure that's the case anymore. Yeah, if you watch my combo count there, you'll see it doesn't advance very quickly at these levels. And that's basically because there's not a heck of a lot of resistance. I can't remember, there's a mod you can put on which keeps your combo level higher for longer. I don't think I've got it on. Where are they? Oh. They are completely surrounded by me, it seems. Probably don't need the Tauron strike, to be honest, but if it's there, I'll take it. And that's all of them.
Nice. Keep hitting them hard enough, and eventually they get it.
Alright, I don't want to exit at this point, so we will stay well away from that. And now we can sort out one more. Hey, Chocolat, how you doing? Don't worry about it. I simply started off with the Drifter and Marie Leroux spending some quality time together, and I have now switched to the main purpose of this stream, which is, as the title suggests, I have 2 Incarnon weapons that require 20 headshots on a Void Angel. I've done one. The Felarx turned out to be quite easy. I just configured for multi-shot, magazine, and fire rate, and that turned out to be really quite easy with the oh, that's where you are, with a shotgun. So now I've got to do the same thing with the Phenmor, which is
Partners are important.
could be a little harder. So
That's a lesson.
what I am now doing is looking for a Void Angel. I did check to see whether you were online, see if you wanted to join in the fun, but for some reason, oh, I don't think you can at this point. If I run this again, obviously, well, actually, you're welcome when I've done with this. But what I need, is what I need is the statue. Don't think there's one around here. They normally stand out, but like a sore thumb. Infinite ammo and 50% faster fire rate. I'm not sure whether that will... That might help. Oh, it'd be funny if that actually worked.
I see we have some new faces joining us this semester. Shall we?
Not sure how long that lasts for. Aha! 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 Right.
When that thing starts moving, and it will, you better know what to do.
Oh, where's my blaster? That was not a good... Damn it. Oh, it impaled me on something. Where is it? Oh, blast.
It's trying to retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop it.
Now I've got to do the fight anyway.
You can't hurt it while those dimensional orbs are out. Use your void body to absorb it. That's the way. Break it down, body and soul.
Trapped. Did it. There we go.
Now it'll stay.
There we go. There we go. That was it. Not quite as easy as the shotgun, but did the trick. Now I can rank that up. I hate it when they manage to impale you on spikes. Alright, let's go have a little bit of Kubrow.
When and yonder, down here in the garb. Here's
Alright. Phenmor. What's my options? Yeah, I'll settle for that. Yeah, okay, and they both have the closed 12 ruptures in the Void Flood.
Okay, bring it to life.
Right. Ooh, what was that?
Feeling creative?
No. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done Incarnon Genesis. I've got to start doing that at some point. What's this one? This one is ground finisher attacks. That's not the easiest thing in the world. Now, what do I get if I do that? Not fantastic. Okay, the Praedos is fully maxed up. And so is the Anodum, and so is the Latum. I went through this one just to get 20% sprint speed. Right, that's it. Not for that, at least. Oh, that only took me an hour. Not too bad. Which do I value more? Probably ought to go do a Void Flood.
As ready as you will ever be.
So this was the one I was actually using. Not huge damage, but yeah, that combination, fairly devastating, to be honest. This does a bit more damage. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I thought about that. Galvanized acceleration can go on there. I'm actually more or less out of Former at the moment. I used them all up. Well, I've still got 64 that I can use. Do I want to change this for anything? Don't think so. This was okay. I probably ought to do something about critical chance, but what's my critical chance options? That's it. Yeah, you kind of want that. Agility arm, that's for multi-shot. And that will allow me to stick critical chance on, which is good for 38%. I think I'll stick with that. Yeah, I'll settle for that for now. Alright. Let's... Hang on, what was that? I don't remember. Yeah, hang on, what was that? I just missed out on something there. What was it? Punch through?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Artists will play with the volume off.
Oh. You know what? I might stick with that. I'll stick with that. I like the punch through. Assuming that's what I've got. Oh no, that's got the punch through on it. Not quite sure how I got that. Does do a bit more damage. Okay, I'll keep that. Right, so let's go with I need a Void Flood. Pseudo! My friend, how are you doing? Good to see you. How are you and Mizu and your accumulation of fur babies doing? You missed 20 headshots on a Void Angel twice with 2 different weapons. Is this Zaraman? It is, isn't it? I'm not used to arriving at the Zaraman in that fashion. I think we're due to close Void Floods.
Every Parvos Granum wants this ship for himself.
Just now.
We need to show him that she's taken.
Mizu is doing karaoke. Yeah, no, you literally just missed me finishing off. I had 2 weapons, both of which required 20 headshots on a Void Angel without reloading. And I just did it. And I managed to do it the first time with both. Well, no, actually, technically it was second time with one of them. That one didn't work out too well for me for the first time. But I didn't know so much about the game back then, so I simply changed what I was doing. Okay, Void Flood. No. No. Void Flood. Oh. Okay.
Excellent.
Yes. The other day I was not feeling too great. Fortunately, it was temporary. I have a suspicion my kidneys aren't quite what they used to be. I also, at the very, very beginning, spent some quality time with Marie Leroux.
Welcome to Everview Arc.
Okay, so I've got to kill 20 upper hill. Where am I headed?
In retrospect, engineering Vitoplast to float was a mistake.
Oh, this is silly. I should be doing this as Titania.
Void saturation causing further complications.
I should definitely have switched.
Wow. Vitoplast sealed that rupture. Just as I knew it would. The angels have torn open another rupture. Fill it with Vitaplast before this whole ship goes topsy-turvy.
Little bit.
Oh look, you sealed a rupture. Not bad.
This is a lot easier with Titania, I can tell you.
Void floods have a tendency to wash in terrible things. One of those things is approaching. Do be careful. Interesting. They can be destroyed. I have opened an escape lift for you.
Don't get too
Use
distracted.
it when you need it.
Yeah, this is actually almost childishly easy with a Titania. We're gonna have to come back and do this again. Oh no, we're not. It is technically an endless, I suppose.
His combat conditions worsening. Rupture closed.
there it is. Where's it gone? Oh, there. Oh, only 6 more to do, and I get to do it all over again.
Can always do more. But if you can't, I have
Yeah, nope, I'm all for more. We haven't got anything too awkward happening.
Attendance and
Kind of surprised that Phoebe went down. She managed to survive pretty much solo against a Void Angel while I was struggling to get my Warframe back. There's Aegon. Oh. Hello, Skitter, whatever you are. What's your thesis on, if I may ask? Oh. Oh, no, no, no. We have now entered into excessive mode. What did you call me? That sounded vaguely insulting. How much damage was that?
Should you need a break,
A lot.
at the marked location.
Oh, we are actually good for another round. Oh, right. Rather amusingly, well, not amusingly, but interestingly, my final year of my degree was actually working with a school for special needs children as well. That was back in 1988. That was sobering, educational, and a revelation all at once. One of the most cheerful, outgoing people was this little girl who was... I can't remember all the details about what was wrong with the poor kid. She was the most cheerful, outgoing person I think I've ever encountered. Remarkable young lady. And she would have been 8. probably didn't make it to 12. Back in that was I think my target development system was actually a BBC Micro. I ended up basically developing a library system for their software. I think that's what I ended up doing. Most of the work really was just talking to them and finding out what they needed. So a lot of the work was more getting along with them than it was anything else. I think the target system was a BBC Micro. Oh no! Why didn't you bring any weapons? I think I've got to do exactly the same thing with the other weapon. I will definitely use titania for that. It's a lot easier. Come here, you. Come here, you big, beautiful floating ball of whatever you are. Vitoplast. There we go. Yay. Right. And I can get out of here. That was straightforward. Where's the exits? Yep. But oh, right. Oh, no. Right. Let's go have a quick chat with Marie Leroux. Evolve Incarnon weapons. Do something with the Felarx, and that's going to be... The shop's built. And this one is complete solo mission. Oh, this one's easy. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Yeah. What I now have to do is I'm going to switch to Titania, because she is much more suitable for this. Grab the Phenmor. Make sure that it is in fact, yep, same one. Alright.
Weapons with a touch of the void.
Yeah, this is a lot better for this kind of thing. Alright.
Everyone pulling.
Okay, I'm actually going to indulge my bladder again, and then we'll head and basically do that again. It is a lot easier and a lot quicker with Titania. Much easier. So anyway, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Hang on a second. Not right now.
Plenty need seeing to.
Give me a couple of minutes, okay? I'm back. Chocolat. Do you have weapons on you this time?
The song tears at us slowly, like hooks dragging through flesh. Every time you silence one of them, it gets a little easier.
Yep.
Go and visit hell upon them.
Oh, good. Weapons most definitely recommended. Come on.
Welcome to Everview Arc.
Right,
For
let's
more
get the...
Vitaplast, try looking up. Gather up nearby Vitaplast and bring it to the ruptures. Rupture sealed. On to the next. The angels have torn open another rupture. Fill it with Vitaplast before this whole shit goes topsy-turvy.
Sorry, I'm just doing the primary. It's taking me a bit longer this time. It's irritating. How come that didn't count as a kill? I did this a lot faster last time.
Something just changed. Any fighting difficulties to report?
I'm not sure if this is fair division of labour. I kind of feel guilty about letting you kill them. Should be 13, okay.
sorry about this. One of the fears the Void likes to manifest is childhood anxiety. Meet the repressed fears of teenage Yonta. I call her Skitter Girl. She's a thief. Hey, Skitter Girl, stop! They're helping. More than I can say for you.
Right. Where am I going? This way, I think. Oh, went the wrong way. Sorry. Stay alive. I just need one more kill.
You've strayed from your squad and Skitter Girl has taken notice. Watch your stuff. Skitter Girl, you little twit. Get away from them. You can always...
There we go, 20.
But if you can't, I have marked an extraction point.
Right, sorry. Now I can pay full attention. And we should be able to get things done a bit more quickly. Oh, great. How come it's not showing up the Vita Pass I may or may not have collected? Irritating. It's not freaking working. Why isn't this working? Yeah, look. I should definitely be collecting the stuff, and it's not showing up at all. I have a suspicion it took me too long to get to 20. Yeah. I don't appear to be collecting Vitoplast. I'm not quite sure why. I am not. Oh, now I am. I just can't see it. Well, that's not helpful. Has to be said, my first choice would not have been avoid blood with the whole kill 20 as a operator. I suspect you would be well advised.
Should you need a break, self-extract at the marked location.
I think we would be well advised to extract, to be honest with you, but still. Oh, no, we're doing all right. No, we're doing okay. I hope it's just a bug.
Self-extract at the marked location.
I need energy. Why aren't they dropping energy?
Skitter girl likes to target stragglers, like you, right now.
I'm going to be out of energy in a moment. That's going to be awkward. Okay. Why is it telling me I have not closed any. Oh, probably because I didn't do it myself.
Can always do more. But if you can't, I have marked an extraction point.
Alright, let's get out of here. 'Cause I'm not sure this is working for me. Where's the exit? It's out that way. Well, but I don't think it counted me as having actually closed any ruptures, which is irritating. So why not?
Oh, this place is your home, Grubber. You gonna let the feeling creative?
It did not. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, give me a second.
I got dibs on your stuff.
Why didn't that work? Locked. Close 0 out of 12 ruptures in Void Flood. Why didn't that work? Maybe so. The best option then, I'm afraid, is for me to do that, solo. Because I want to get that done. Alright. I'm actually going to head back to the ship. And rather than do it from there, because I've done that before. Yeah, it's entirely possible. Void Flood. Alright, so I'm actually going to do this one solo. Sorry about that. Yeah. Overview arc solo. Should be better. This is normally straightforward.
Enemy activity has enraged the Void Angels. They're ripping the Albrecht membrane, exposing this entire ship to a void flood. In retrospect, engineering Vitaplast to float was a mistake. Gather up nearby Vitaplast and bring it to the ruptures.
Right. It didn't help that it rarely showed me as having collected any. Okay, that counted.
Rupture sealed. On to the next. The Angels have torn open another rupture. Fill it with Vitaplast before this whole ship goes topsy-turvy.
have strayed too far from the path. May this
Oh, for heaven's sake, could you mind?
Wow! Phytoplast sealed that rupture. Just as I know.
Where's C gone? Where's C? Oh, there.
Void floods have a tendency to wash in terrible things. One of those things is approaching. Do be careful. Did you have a chance to ask it where it came from before you killed it? Should you need a break, self-extract at the marked location. Don't get greedy. Take all that phytoplast to a rupture.
Yes, dear.
Rupture closed.
Yeah, next two missions I gotta do once this is done is gonna be solo again, unfortunately.
I have opened an escape lift for you. Use it when you need it.
Right. That's 6 so far.
You got enough for now. Maybe feed it your rupture.
Right, now I could really use some convenient Vitoclast. Possibly should have gone with a more. Let's be. Oh, did I already close?
Student, your assignment.
Oh, that's going to be excessive. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone?
Void saturation causing further complications.
They don't know I'm here, which is kind of amusing. Surprise!
Can always do more. But if you can't, I have marked extraction.
Yeah. Okay, we're full. Then almost done. And then if it is the same for both, it's going to be relatively straightforward, which is to say do two solo missions with nothing but Incarnon weapons equipped, which means you cheat and you do something simple like E Prime on Earth, because it's quick and easy. Where's C gone? Oh, there's C. Stop shooting at me. Ah. Right, there we go. And we should be just about done. Kill a few more things.
Should you need a break, self-extract at the...
Right. And we're done. Where's the exit gone? There we go. Oh, that was straightforward. Oh grief, Phoebe has better shields and health than I do. Right.
Goods are on the table. Let's talk. Feeling creative?
Yes. Okay, which one do we want? Oh, this one again. Yep. Okay. So I've got to do the same one. Complete a solo mission with an Incarnon weapon. Yeah, let's.
Okay.
That's easy.
Okay. Later.
Just gonna make absolutely sure I have nothing but Incarnon weapons on me. Phenmor, Latum, Inodum. That one is... Yeah, complete a solo mission. Yep, okay. And that's... Yeah, I just cheat on this one. Go to Earth. Do E Prime.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
And actually, as I had demonstrated, you can do this without even firing a shot if I feel so inclined. Just let the razor wings do the heavy lifting. Does feel a little bit like cheating, doesn't it? There we go.
Their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
And that is sufficient, believe it or not.
Another job well executed.
Hello, Gechnoch. Yeah. I don't see any reason why I should challenge myself when the specifics are so straightforward. Of course, I'll probably find... There we go. Oh, I think we'll have that. Right, swap that out for the Felarx. Because I think that had, yep, same requirement. Let's go do it again.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Interestingly, the razor pliers don't actually attack wild Kavat, not Kavat, Kubrow.
Enemy is broken. Well
Oh,
done.
there we
Now to
go.
extraction.
And never fired a shot.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tesh.
Oh, okay. I'll show you the configuration I used because it actually turned out to be relatively straightforward. And there we go. 40 kills, 7 headshots. None of them me firing a shot. So let's just go and rank that up. Yeah, we are. Right. So. Okay. Oh, actually, okay. So first of all, with the Felarx, just for sake of completeness, the Felarx I used. Is it that one? Yeah, that configuration. That's not actually max fire rate, but it's close. Massive multi-shot, big magazine. Just got in close and shot the Void Angel a lot at close range. With with the Phenmor, it was actually exactly the same. So I went with this. Kicked up the fire rate, kicked up multi-shot, kicked up the magazine. The punch through was incidental. Did the same thing. That was actually slightly harder, but not because I wasn't making the shots. I just managed to get myself in more trouble fighting the Void Angel. I didn't use Titania, I used the Gauss as being more survivable. But that was it. Basically, same way with both. High fire rate, plenty of multi-shot, big magazine, get in close, shoot the hell out of the Void Angel's head. And that did it. What more can I say? It turned out to be relatively straightforward. I did try this once some time ago with without this. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew what I was doing even less than I do what I'm doing now. But I did actually get 10 shots. Yeah, I did. I did get pushed out of my frame. But I still did it within the one mission. So, yeah. That happened the second time. And I couldn't remember what to do. But in the end, it all worked out, and I didn't die. I have to revive at any point. So, yeah, no, literally just getting close and shoot it a lot with a nice survivable Warframe, which was the Gauss. And I think that's. I'm not sure what I'll keep. I'll keep that for now. So now that's basically those two done. They both need more work done to get them working. This is almost scary. You'll notice I haven't really bothered with critical chance or critical damage. Yeah, I'll just go with that. So do you know what? I don't know how to. Oh, weak point. Hit check. I'm actually going to give this a bit of a try. Let's because I've never actually. Let's go get the Gauss instead. I'm just going to try something because I want to see what kind of effect that has. I got the Felarx. Oops, I don't want that one. Yeah, that one. That's a bit pointless, I think, but I'll worry about it. Latum. Is the Latum is bonkers.
Your weapons myself.
Is that the one I want? Yes, it is. And the Anodum. Because the Anodum is proving to be really, really good. Yeah. I think a 50% chance of 2000% damage on a non-critical hit is really, really worth having. Let's go give that a little bit of a play for fun. Let's go and do my usual experimental area.
The enemy is at our doorstep. We must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
I think. Can't get it into Incarnon mode. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have done that. There's nothing quite like actually doing it. Well, yeah, no, I have done that. I've got several arenas I can use. Someone's having fun. Oh, yeah, I might go and try it in simulation just to see.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Yeah, I did. I had a whole project basically to get the simulation.
Team will take over from here.
And you're right. I've spent a fair bit of time in there, especially when I was trying to work on razorflies, trying to get them to perform. Before I discovered that mods don't work on razorflies. They used to, but they don't anymore. I have Dante twice. I have a Dante, then I build another Dante, then I fed it to the helmet, so I don't care. I got no purpose for it. Oops. So I was aware of it, but like I say, I don't need it. I just can't do anything with it. I actually particularly like the Worm arena for this. Alright, so here's a trick. So let's just... There we go. Let's see how well this works. I know they're all stationary. So let's see. Hey, Nika Brika. I don't know about the 2000% damage thing. That's not 2000% damage. No, that's really not doing it for me, is it? How are you doing, Brakash? %50 chance to do plus 2,000 damage on non-critical hits. Could have fooled me. Alright. Non-critical hits. Maybe the problem was I'm getting too many critical hits. Let's shoot this one in the head. Phoebe, stop that. We will shoot at their feet instead. Oh! I just had a thought. What do you want to bet that it's getting criticals every single time? Simply because... Oh no, it should be doing it individually, shouldn't it? I mean, the good thing is getting headshots with this is remarkably easy. I know it's not moving, which... How are Nerdist and the Fur Babies, Prakash? In fact, how are you doing? I don't... That 50% chance of a 2,000% damage doesn't seem to be really working. I mean, I am right about that, aren't I? No, 50% chance to deal plus 2,000 damage on non-critical hits. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Oops, sorry. I mean, it's taking them down fast enough, so I don't get to complain. Oh. What's kind of weird is the Latum seems to do better. I mean, the Latum does really, really, really well. If you're good with headshots, the Latum is definitely going to be your preferred weapon. But, yeah, not the Felarx, which is very strange. What am I missing? How peculiar. Let's try something. Let's just go something silly. Let's just stick it down to absolute minimum. just for the fun of it. All right. Oh yes, it is working. Look, you can see it. Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely... Yeah, you can see the 12,600 damage. Yeah, that's definitely working. So it makes me wonder though, what doesn't it like? Is there any way of getting a reducing the critical? I got a slight suspicion that maybe Let's just go with. Let's make sure we got loads of ammo. And so let's just go with let's see. Seeing as it doesn't do, oh, it does do status effects. Okay. That's not gonna go on. No. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that definitely works. And that isn't. Oh, maybe it is. I'm seeing 20,000 damage there. And of course that's the good old Leighton, which is completely bonkers. If you're good with headshots, Leighton is really quite something. So a basic rule of thumb is don't go with... Well, the thing is, each individual pellet is supposed to have its own statistics, isn't it? Hmm. Yeah, none of them have got a status chance. Well, low status chance. Okay, I'm not seeing. I'm really not seeing any damage that looks particularly like. Yeah. But, you know, after going to all this effort, finding a way to make it work is interesting. And like I say, this is just plain ridiculous. I mean, it's tempting to make the Latum my primary. Guess my own blast effect there. Actually, I kind of like this one. This one's actually pretty good. I do rather like this. Does a halfway decent job. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, I use Praedos for sprint bonus. If you have, well, yeah, if you have a look at my Inodum, 30% sprint speed. It does a pretty good job. I mean, you know, I've got a slam attack of 51,000. It does pretty good. I haven't spent as much time, to be honest. I do have a Praedos. Where is my Praedos? There we go. I need to spend... This probably isn't particularly fantastic. I need to work on this a bit, I think. Yeah, there we go. I probably just ought to copy over the... That's not fantastic. I'll be quite honest. And this is... Oh, 5x combo. Yeah, I need to work on the Kratos. Probably does better. I tell you what, I'll have to do at some point is work on the Kratos configuration, because I haven't worked on that in a while, and I can probably get it better than this. Rather amusingly, it was the Kratos I used the first time I did the Efron 09 tank assassination. Have you ever tried to beat a tank to death with Kratos? I don't recommend it. It takes a while. No, but I do. Where was it? Yeah, in principle, I should be able to get that other one performing better. Hey, you know, I'm allowed to... Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I freely admit. I freely admit if you like the look of a weapon and it works for you, use that. You know, I'm well known for my love of my beloved Gunson. Yeah, this thing. It's not fantastic anymore, but I still like it. This has taken me through a lot of stuff. But it needs me to work on it. I probably ought to revisit the thing. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. Yeah. I do have a liking for this. This saw me through a lot of early game. And I, you know, went to a significant amount of trouble to get it. But if I go and try it on one of these, it's not going to do well. Oh, I don't know. Oh, actually, I did. Yeah, it still does pretty good. Yeah. This took me through a lot of Steel Path stuff too, when Rikaj there was introducing me to it. So, I mean, I got obsessive about this thing, as you do. This little combination kept me alive. I think it was the first time that Prakash took me to a high level steel path. What was it? Level 165? And it was more or less what I have now. And it kept me alive, much to my surprise. Absolutely, yeah, I think I'll be up for that. Assuming, yeah, okay, I may not stream tomorrow because it's the weekend. One of the things I like about the Gunson Prime is that I can get it to more or less match the speed of the Gauss. I've talked about that before. You can actually get your Gauss going so fast that the attack animations just don't keep up. And this comes relatively close to keeping up. So I do still I will always have a very fond place in my heart for the Gunson Prime. Prakash helped me. I think it was you, Prakash, wasn't it? You got me the first blade for it. And I needed 2, obviously. And the next day I go into trading chat and basically say I'm looking for these or a Gunson. And some guy pops up. Oh, he says, you're building a Gunson Prime. I said, yes. He said, I've got a blade. Do you want it? I said, yes. I tried to pay him platinum, and he absolutely refused. Or she, I don't know which, to take platinum and just gave me the blade, effectively just said, give me rubbish. So, you know, a very fond place in my heart for these weapons. I still like them very much. What time is it? I've been going for 2 3/4 hours and I'm trying to think of anything else I should do. Let's, just for the fun of it, I'll switch on the AI. And let's see how we do. That's what you call a nightmare scenario, I think. No, no problem. I tell you what, it's an interesting test for a Warframe. I'm dead. Yeah, that's really extreme. Alright, just for the fun of it, let's swap this out for Aram Spinoza, which should be able to get significantly more damage on. Yeah, I get 51,000 on that. Critical damage is no good on this thing. But the attack speed is terrible. Let's try that. You know what? The Gunson does better. How is that possible? Oh, it's about... yeah. Okay, no, it works. Dual I-Core Incarnon. That's one of those I'm going to have. Is that a Genesis Incarnon? Oops. And this is where the Gauss's survivability comes in very handy. Yeah, I'd call this a good test of survivability, wouldn't you? Yeah, I've got to do Incarnon Genesis or Genesis Incarnon at There you go. I won't call it the ultimate survivability test for a Warframe, but that's pretty good. Do you know what? Yeah, I've got the Kubrow. I'm not going to be using it, I don't think. I'm actually going to use this more. It's this particular little nightmare I've got set up here as a survivability test. I can tell you that Titania would not do well with this. Well, actually, hang on a second. Okay, I'm curious now. Because Titania would be flying. I don't think I've killed any of them. Wasn't quite how I was intending spending this. Butcher Eximus, there we go. Yeah. You are a little bit obsessive. I'm sure the cats will appreciate that. Okay, I am going to, just for the fun of it, let's just swap out Titania. The Titania will probably survive. It's just that... Why is it only giving me 19 of them? Yeah. Her main issue is going to be running out of energy. Oh no, that's going down quite well. You know what? These are actually going down really, really well. I mean, for certain values are really, really, really well. Wow. Okay. This is a lot better than I thought. wow. This is simulation. It is the Orowin Arena. It's, yeah, simulation. You know what? I mean, hell's teeth. She survives that very, very well. I actually thought she would have a harder time, and she doesn't. Wow. Yes, my favorite. Lethal Pixie. That is an interesting little test, if I say so myself. What do you think, Phoebe? So yeah, it's it's the simulacrum, and it is the Orowin Arena. I find it a useful little testing place. Of course, the downside is if she ends up on the ground, she's dead in about 5 seconds flat. But if I can keep flying and keep providing her with energy... Actually, just one thought. I think all the energy has been picked up, right? Yeah. We have no energy except what we start with. I am just curious to see if she can... last long enough. I mean, this is a more or less nightmare scenario. Keeping her energy up, she's killing him fast enough. Whoa, hell's teeth. I'm sorry, but color me impressed. That's an impressive. Yeah, but this isn't level 30 enemies. This is level 140 Steel Path. I think. Yeah, enemy levels 140 Steel Path. So... yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I just demonstrated to myself that Titania is even better than I thought. I thought she would actually have a real hard time with that little collection of nightmares. And she doesn't. Chews through them like a chainsaw through butter. Oh, right. Sorry. I thought you were thinking maybe these were level 30 enemies. No, they're not. They most definitely are not. When I'm testing, I tend to go for things like the Butcher Eximus. Try and... let's see if how we do. So that's the... let's try Arid Heavy Gunner Eximus. Yeah, Steel Path, level 4, 140. so they got a chance to shoot back at me. Well, I try that. Let's just try this. Oh, these are a bit tougher. Yeah, these are worse by a significant margin. Surviving against them isn't too bad. Killing them is going to be a pain in the neck. I am in fact going to run out of energy before I can put them down. I don't think I've killed a single one yet. Yeah. Okay, these have become my new go-to for testing. Yeah. These are hard. I am actually kind of making... This does make it easier for headshots. Tactically, though, this is the better angle. Because anything that misses hits something else. But this is better for headshots. And she's doing it. And I mean without running out of energy. Well, she is, but I mean, when they start dying. I know some people like Kubrow. I've noticed though when most people build for him, they go for his abilities, and I'm not very good with abilities, to be honest. I've got a mental block in. think that's all of them. Right, well, that was moderately interesting. Yeah, no, if I tried a Kubrow with that, I'd have to really work at it. And I would insist on using it as a melee. That is hand-to-hand. I know when people say, as a combat mech, it may be fine. For hand-to-hand, I actually prefer Gauss. Because it's a lot more survivable. Simply because, you know, you put adaptation, fast deflection, plus you've got its own innate shield regeneration because of its speed, and it's very hard to kill. And if you're very hard to kill, and you're very good at staying at moving, so you can't be hit, that means you can, yeah, you can get to grips and do things. But that's just me. I mean, I know, you know, if you look up online, people will say Kubrow is the best melee mech. And they do use that word. Yeah. But like I say, when you look at the Kubrow configurations, they're not treating it like a hand-to-hand combat mech. They're treating it and as a special abilities mech. So, you know, yeah. So, anyway, that was actually a little bit educational for me. I don't know about anybody else. Titania is still going to be my primary go-to. Let's see. One more thing to do, which is grab Phoebe. Hello, Phoebe. Yes, you've been a good girl. Always hug your Kubrow or your Kavat. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Obviously it's the weekend. I may or may not stream at all. At this point, as I sit here, I do intend to, but I intended to last weekend, and I ended up just enjoying the gameplay without streaming. So, anybody who is subscribed should get notifications when I go online. And those of you who are familiar with me know that I may stream just about anything that I feel like. So, thank you everybody for watching. It is much appreciated. I'll probably see some or all of you online over the weekends. I do hope you all have a good weekend. Oh, that's nice. I will see you all next time.